Hey y'all, in this video, we're going to start talking about base conversions. So to start us off, we're going to be talking about base any to base 10. In later videos, we'll talk about base 10 to base any base to any base, and then something special, powers of 2 to powers of 2. So when we talk about any base to base 10, I want you to think back to elementary school when you first learned about math and place values. We learned about the number 857. Okay? And for the number 857, we learned about the ones place, the tens place, and the 100s place. Right? So 10 to the 0 is 1, 10 to the 1 is 10, 10 to the 2 is 100. We learned about the ones, tens, and hundreds place. And then we had to learn what value does this hold. And maybe later on in school, and maybe 7th grade, 8th grade math, you may have learned about expanded notation. Something that looks like this. This is 8 times 10 to the 2 plus 5 times 10 to the 1 plus 7 times 10 to the 0, which is 8 times 100, which is 800, plus 50 plus 7, which is how we get our value of 857. Okay, so remember elementary school, ones, tens, hundreds place because we're in base 10. Let's go ahead and do another example. So let's write out the value. Let's write the place values. This is 10 to the 0 because we're in base 10, 10 to the 1, 10 to the 2, and let's multiply. 4 times 10 to the 2, because there's a 4 in the 10 to the 2 spot, plus 5 times 10 to the 1, because there's a 5 in the 10 to the 1 spot, and plus 6 times 10 to the 0, because there is a 6 in the ones place, the 10 to the 0 place value. So we do 400 plus 50 plus 6, and that is 456. We're going to use the same concept to convert other bases to base 10. You want to look at the place value and then multiply the value inside the place value. Okay, let's try it out. 1100. So this is base 2. So what is this place value? 2 to the 0, 2 to the 1, 2 to the 2, 2 to the 3. Let's go ahead and multiply it out. 1 times 2 to the 3 plus 1 times 2 to the 2 plus 0 times 2 to the 1 plus 0 times 2 to the 0. Now, if you had a little bit of sharp eyes, then you realize 0 times anything is 0. So we don't even have to write that out. And also 1 times anything is itself. So you didn't have to write the 1 times 2 to the 3. You just write 2 to the 3 plus 2 to the 2. And that is equal to 8 plus 4, which is 12. Okay, so that is the value 12. 1100 in base 2 is the value 12 in base 10. Let's do another one. 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. This is 2 to the 0, 2 to the 1, 2 to the 2, 2 to the 3, 2 to the 4. And feel free to skip the ones that you don't need to, like 0 times anything is 0, so you can skip that and just go to 2 to the 6. 2 to the 6 is 64, and I'm going to skip writing 1 times 2 to the 6 because I know 1 times 2 to the 6 is just 2 to the 6. I write the first one down for you just so you know that the pattern still exists. But for the other ones, I'll just do 2 to the 4, 2 to the 3, 2 to the 2, 2 to the 1. That is 64 plus 2 to the 4 is 16, 8, 4, 2, 80 plus 12, 14. That is 94 in base 10. Okay, let's go ahead and do another one. So this is base 5. So let's write it out. And what's the place value? That is 5 to the 0, 5 to the 1, 5 to the 2. That is 4 times 5 to the 2 plus 4 times 5 to the 1 plus 4 times 5 to the 0. That is 25 times 4, 100, plus 4 times 5, it's 20, plus 4 times 1 is 4. That's 124. Okay, so you can see how we can do this for any base. And that's base 10. You do the same thing for here, only instead of base 4 or base 5, it is base 8. So 8 to the 0, 8 to the 1, 8 to the 2. Okay, so there are a couple of other problems for you. For example, this one, you have to remember what values C, A, and D are. So C, A, 9, D. This is 16 to the 0, 16 to the 1, 16 to the 2, 16 to the 3. What value is C? Well, A is 10, B is 11, C is 12. So that's 12 times 16 to the 3 plus 10 times 16 to the 2 plus 9 times 16 to the 1 plus D is 13 times 16 to the 0. Now, you won't ever get anything this complicated. And if you do, I'll be sure to give you a calculator, or you can feel free to ask me to use a calculator. Okay, so multiply that out, and now you your value in base 10. So go ahead and give it a try. Try to do that calculation, and that's basically it. You now know how to convert from any base to base 10. In the next video, we're going to convert from base 10 to any base. See you then.